Satnam, guys. Thank you so much for joining. Welcome to my channel. Let's see. So I was actually receiving messages, and before starting, I was sitting and thinking about trying to remember what I got. It was this sense of like they always knew, like since your birth, since the beginning, who and what you were, okay? Like it was very evident energetically, like in the matrix, that like who you are or what you can do or like what your energy is, right? But I feel like that message was multifaceted, because then I heard like, but by the time you appeared, or when you appeared, or like when you got here or something like that, it was already too late. And by too late, it was kind of like too late because it's kind of like they knew they were gonna have no choice but to fuck up, or they knew they were gonna have no choice but to sacrifice you. They knew basically that when you appeared, it was over and done with. And the rest of your whole life, basically, if you feel like you've been struggling, if you feel like you've been going against like cults, communities, family, etc., etc., all of that, your whole life was literally just biding for time, okay? Because again, like 144, the moment you were born, or the moment you came, like it's kind of like recognizing that the end of the world is coming, and then going feral. Like everybody went feral because they recognized the world was ending because you came, or something like that. Am I making sense? And then everybody decided to be like bada, bada, and like rampage and rape and da 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 da. Okay, so interesting. Like, because it's kind of like you might have thought that your life was a process, or your life was an awakening journey or something like that, but really your whole life up until now was just like the matrix, or the archons, or the evil entities, or let's just call it the matrix, like biding for time in order for you to basically not destroy it, okay? The world. Like that is very matrix energy, isn't it? Like literally the world. So I feel like you've come full circle in regards to this experience, in regards to this knowingness, okay? I feel like you've come full circle in regards to knowing that you might not have even been training this lifetime. You might not have been awakening. You might not have been, because like maybe you were there was like you were kept asleep or something like that, right? Like on purpose, right? But like, so maybe you were never like even training this lifetime. Like literally you were just planted into the consciousness ground, and then they couldn't do anything about it. They couldn't uproot you. They couldn't something like that. They couldn't destroy the field or something like that. And for the most part, like they kept, every time maybe you kept like sprouting, they tried to snip it, but that just made the roots stronger anyway, okay? So truly, I feel like you're about to come full circle in regards to recognizing the full scope of your authority and power. Like this is literally your world, okay? It's your world, okay? And again, like when you arrived, they knew it was already too late. Hence why they kind of like, I feel like the matrix, or these people, or this entity or something, was kind of like, fuck it, let's just go all out then. Do you understand? Because like, what else do we have to lose? Like, we're already going to hell, or we're already something like that, okay? Eight of Cups. The Emperor. And the Magician. Page of Cups, Death. 10 of Cups, Temperance. The Star. 10 of Swords. Ace of Wands. Tower as well. And I'm seeing the Fool. You know what I'm getting? Do you? Because I don't know yet. I feel like you're turning your back on the world, but not in a, again, not, the Wheel of Fortune as well, not in a victim way. You're turning your back on the world because it just doesn't serve you, right? Like it was very evident who you were when you came, like when you arrived in this realm, when you were born, when you awoke or whatever. It was very evident as to who you are. But I feel like the Matrix was like these people, like, yes, they were trying to keep you asleep and like live off of your life force or your magic or whatever, but that can't happen because like it's literally your world, right? But for the most part, I feel like, again, all of the suffering and all of the Eight of Cups and 10 of Swords energies you went through was, I feel like it's so important for you to know, it was never about strengthening you, actually. That's maybe what I feel like why I've spoken in a few readings of like the suffering was never necessary in actuality, etc., etc. I feel like this is why. It was because you came fully awakened, fully empowered. It's like Zagreus being devoured and torn apart by the Titans, you know, as a baby, and only the heart being saved by Athena, right? And then Zeus puts the heart in a woman, and then eventually another god is born, then Dionysus is born. Like, that's the energy I'm getting here. The suffering was never necessary because you were born what you are, very evidently. But the powers that were in your reality, the emperor energy, this might have, like, you might be the emperor, but I also feel like there was some kind of emperor energy in your life that might have kept you stuck, that might have been doing magic on you on purpose, in order to benefit, like, interesting, like, in order to benefit the world. But again, this world is like the false matrix. This world that this entity or these beings or this matrix was benefiting with your like exclusion or rejection or turning their back on you or something like that was like, obviously it was a false construct, obviously it was some kind of evil reality, some kind of evil way of being, okay? But I feel like the tables have shifted, or like it's turned completely around now. I'm also hearing something about as above, so below, okay? There's like no escaping the energetic repercussions or something. Hence again, why it was this energy of like, you know, as soon as you arrived, or when you were recognized, or like when this person knew you were or something like that, like he knew or she knew or they knew that it was already too late, so they just tried to do the most, okay? I also feel like, just before we go, I need you to recognize, like, if you feel like you've been dealing with like trickster energies or some kind of like very authoritative energy, like that kept pushing you down on purpose or something like that, you do need to recognize that this consciousness or energy you were dealing with was in actuality some kind of minor deity or a minor consciousness or a minor god or something like that. Because again, otherwise there wouldn't have been this sense of like it being too late. Like, yes, this emperor is here, but this emperor is also like simply a king, a mortal king. But this emperor can also be your God self, right? So always remember that like your creation is some kind of like mind game. So like your mind or your energy needs to be stronger than the other mind or the other story. You understand what I'm saying? So anyway, I feel like you are turning your back. Like I actually said this like before the Eight of Cups came out. I think like you are literally turning your back on the world, and that is why you are creating something brand new. Okay, there might have been some kind of choice of a false emperor or a false god or a false, very hidden or like evilness maybe. Okay, and that's why you've also chosen to kind of like walk away from the situation. I just feel like this message is confirmation that you're on the right path in like leaving energetically consciously. You know exactly what happened, what is happening, etc., etc. And you also need to know that like this is very big confirmation for you that like again like the suffering was never necessary. It was simply done out of pleasure to you or something like that, but it was literally for them or the matrix to bide for time. Like they knew it was already over and done with or something like that, but they had to bide for time, because how do you stop this energy, right? Especially if this energy like is so certain of something that it like is choosing to turn its back on the world or the matrix or some shit. Like how do you contend with that kind of like power, authority, and like independence almost? Understand? They couldn't, so they just tried to buy it for time. But you and they always knew it was too late anyway, right? Seven of Swords, Eight of Pentacles, Four of Cups. We have the Nine of Swords here as well. So yeah, there's no more denying the fact that like I don't know, Armageddon is here, like the end of this matrix, the end of the world, right? There's no more denying that like the false powers that were have no more authority and control. Yeah, judgment, exactly. Judgment is about to be called. Judgment is being called on the whole earth every second. Okay, it's not just some kind of one-time event. Some it's gonna be at some point, but for now I feel like this one-time event is about to occur. Okay, you've been going through this like moment by moment judgment. Yeah, Five of Wands. There's about to be some kind of momentous judgment on the world. Okay, Chariot. Anyway, thank you so much, collective. That was your reading. 1222. Please do consider liking, subscribing, donating, contacting me for a personal reading. Everything is in the description box down below. I don't have my lighter with me for the Palo Santo, so I'm just going to allow the Palo Santo energy to do the thing. Lekker. Even smelling it